So far this year, they have. It'll be up to the gangrene defense to see that trend end tonight. And finally, the Falcons defense needs to keep stepping up. Against Eldon last week, the Falcons defense allowed 193 total yards of offense by the Mustangs. However, the majority of that yardage came in the second half after the first stringers were out of the game. While the first team defense was in, Eldon could only muster 13 yards of offense in the first half. Look for the Blair Oaks Falcons to come out tonight, fired up on senior night, and keep playing that typically stingy Falcon defense. Getting back to the keys, the final key tonight for the Hallsville Indians, they need to hold on to the football. After being a +1 in takeaways in 2021, the Falcons currently sit at +8 this year. The Falcons have been very good at forcing fumbles of late. Just look to last week's 76-22 win in Eldon, where 3 Blair Oaks defenders recovered fumbles in the first half. And the Falcons offense has been exceptional this year in turning those turnovers into points. If the Falcons can win another turnover battle tonight, they should be celebrating another win at the end of this contest.
All game.
If it gets to in the 60s, if the Falcons were to get into the 60s, I can guarantee you that Hallsville will be right there, at least in the 50s. So, but the Falcons again are going to they're going to receive to start the game. Hallsville won the toss. They have deferred to the second half, and they will kick off to the Falcons. The Falcons are going to go right to left, wearing their Kelly green jerseys with white pants and the matte green helmet. The Hallsville Indians in purple pants, purple helmet, and white jersey with purple numerals. And here with the opening kickoff is Dick Aldrich.
Zach Jarrett comes to the football and kicks it low along the ground, and the Falcons will fall on it, and they will take over 1st and 10 from their own 33-yard line. Now coming across is Hall, as Hare rolls to his left and throws, and Adam has it out in space. Here's Hall down the sidelines, and he's being pushed out of bounds. Let's see where they mark him out. Very close to the first down.
I think he might have it.
As he will come out across the 40 to the 43-yard line. Give Hall a first down.
Backs for the Falcons.
And here goes Lackman inside Hallsville territory from inside the 45 down to the 41-yard line. And give him about 11 yards, 12 yards on the carry.
Yeah.
Blair Oaks and Hallsville. Big Tri-County Conference game. Hare fakes the give and takes it himself and looks up. He's in the second level. He's to the 30. He's to 20. Cuts back inside and goes down at the 15-yard line. Magnificent, stupendous, superb. You run out of adjectives.
Receivers are breaking them free.
Out of the wishbone, Hare fakes the give to the fullback, then keeps it himself and spins into the end zone for the touchdown, Falcons. 10 minutes, 22 seconds go in the first quarter, and the Blair Oaks Falcons go right down the field and put it in the end zone to take a 6-0 lead.
Classic Dylan Hare.
He had just a little bit of room to go through there, and he turned his shoulders and was able to scoot into the end zone. Nolan Laughlin on to attempt the extra point for the Falcons. Snap back, ball down. The kick is up, it's high, it's long, and it is good. 10:22 to go, quarter number 1. The Blair Oaks Falcons 7 and the Hallsville Indians nothing on MidmoSportsOnline.com. We will return to the Falcon Athletic Complex after this timeout. On MidmoSportsOnline.com as Laughlin booms one deep down the field, and the 2 players come over to get it, and one player starts up the field with it, and he's not going to get to the 20-yard line. Just did, got it across the 20 to about the 21-yard line. Falcons with good coverage, and Laughlin with a beautiful kick, which is well over 10 yards of carry. On 2nd down and 5. And once again, it's Fowler. He gets turned upside down, and he may have lost the football as he hit down the 33-yard line. Check if that was the quarterback, Nichols, who went head over heels.
Boy, there's some pad popping going on down there on the line of scrimmage.
Still look, they move a man back in motion across the formation, and on 1st down they hand off to Fowler. He starts left, cuts back up the middle, and he'll get it out across the 35 to about the 38-yard line. To 78, Parker Bennett on the tackle for the Falcons, along with Doug Blaha. A man in motion back across the formation. It's Stinson, and they hand off to Fowler, and Fowler gets boxed up in the middle of the line and pulled back.
That is probably that is definitely the best play so far by the Blair Oaks defense, as they hold Fowler to a gain of 1 or 2 yards.
Varner and Carson Luebbering on the tackle there for the Falcons. On 1st down, they hand off to Fowler. Fowler heads into the line and comes right back. The Green Wave meets him over there at the 40-yard line. Varner led the charge And Jaxon Marshall was over there, and also along with Parker Bennett.
Stopped him for no gain.
Nichols, the quarterback. The junior takes the snap, hands to Fowler. The senior hammers into the line and comes right back out again. The Falcons stand him up and throw him back after a short gain.
I saw Parker Bennett low and coming with a lot of force. They gave him a yard on that, but here it is. 4th and 5 from the Falcon 35.
2 to go in the first quarter as Nichols wants to throw. He's being forced out of the pocket. He rolls to his left and throws on the run. It's incomplete. Too high for the intended receiver at the 30-yard line. The Falcons were chasing him, and he never really had a chance to set his feet. And they've taken him in and out. 4-man line from Hallsville on 2nd and short. And here goes Dylan. 50, 45, 40, 35, and pulled down from behind at the 33-yard line.
Dylan Hare wants to show that Nichols isn't the only running quarterback we got tonight.
For the Falcons from the 29 of Hallsville. As Hare takes the snap, hands off to Lackman, 2nd level, 3rd level, 10, and he's pulled down from behind as he got inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line.
I was going to say, you mentioned earlier about Nichols being probably the fastest opponent we've seen so far.
Maybe in Missouri.
Yeah.
And on first down, they hand off on the end around, and this is Hall, and Adam gets down inside the 10 to about the 5-yard line.
That should be a first down, I believe.
Well, the last play was a first down, and he's going to be very close, a 9-yard gain.
Okay.
Falcons knocking on the door, clock running at 2:38 in the first quarter. Hare hands off to Hare's going to keep it himself. Around the left side, puts his head down, drives to the end zone, and he goes in for the touchdown Falcons. Touchdown Falcons. Dylan Hare put his head down, carried a couple of men into the end zone, and with 2:28 to go in the first quarter, the Falcons out to a 13-0 lead.
Hare from 5 yards out.
There's that extra strength that Dylan put on over the summer.
Yep.
So 2:28 to go in the first quarter. It's Blair Oaks 13 and the Hallsville Indians nothing on MidmoSportsOnline.com. From the 22-yard line of the Falcons, first down, Nichols the quarterback, hands off to Fowler. He's hit in the backfield and dragged down. Bryson Varner back there to make the stop, back at the 21-yard line. Forward progress at the 21, and again a loss of 2 yards on the play by Fowler. Fowler to his left. They move a man in motion across the formation. And on 2nd down and long, they hand off to Fowler. Got a big hole over the right side, spins off one tackle, and then he's stood up by Brady Kerperin out at the 30-yard line. Kerperin was waiting for Fowler as he came through that hole.
Falcons always very good at gang tackling. Defensive stand by the Falcons.
Ooh, he gets blocked straight up in the air. The Falcons are going to take it. Blaha's got it. Touchdown, Falcons! Doug Blaha with the catch and the return.
The man came through, got a good hand on the punt, blocked it, went straight up the air, and then Blaha was able to pick it up while it was in the air, and he took it in.
And the ball was blocked up into the air, and Blaha picked it up and took it into the end zone for the touchdown. 16 seconds left to play in the first quarter, and the Blair Oaks Falcons leading the Hallsville Indians by the score of 19-0 on MidmoSportsOnline.com.
Okay.
And on 3rd and long, Hare somehow gets out of a big tangle, runs it down to the left sidelines. He's got room, and he's going to be very close to the first down. Knocked down as he came inside the 30 to about the 26. He's going to be about a yard short. Lackman to the right of Hare. And Hare wants to go back to pass. Throws it quickly towards the near side, and it is caught. And whistling his way down to about the 5-yard line. It's Wieberg down to the 4 and give him 16 yards and a first down. We talked about his strength before, and there we see it again. 19-0 Falcons as Hare with Lackman behind him in the pistol. They look back to the sidelines as the Falcons wigwag in the play.
Man from Hallsville jumped, but he got back.
And Hare's going to try to run it around the right side. Cuts back, puts his head down, spins, keeps his feet, drags tacklers into the end zone. Touchdown, Falcons!
From 5 yards out again.
He took on 3/4 of the Hallsville defense down there in that corner. Fought like a dog and got into the end zone. Hare with Lackman to his right. Moves a Hall in motion. Hare rolling to his right. Throws into the end zone, and it is caught for the two-point conversion. Adam Hall checking up inside. Makes the catch. And the Falcons get back on schedule with 8:08 to play in the second quarter. It's Blair Oaks 27. Hallsville nothing on MidmostSportsOnline.com. We'll return to the Falcon Athletic Complex after this timeout. It's going to be another long night. Actually, a short night.
Short night.
Swing pass right side to the receiver, and he gets hammered in the backfield. Oh, my. Have to redraw that one. May have to put the receiver back in a hole, too. Holden Brand out there on the corner just hammered the wide receiver, Isaac Stint. Moves a man in motion to the left side. Turns and hands to Fowler. Fowler gets to the line of scrimmage and no more. Gets bounced back.
He may have lost. I think he did.
Jaxon Marshall, 6'4", 245 pounds, and Holden Brand there on the stop for the Falcons. Jaxon is a load, man. You're not going to move him very easily.
No.
Wings to the left and right. Hall moves off to the left side as Hare pump and goes down.
He got
the middle. He's got a man wide open. This is going to be a touchdown, Falcons! Zack Prenger again with the touchdown. His third week in a row with a touchdown pass. And that one is good from 40 yards out in the Blair Oaks 41, and the Blair Oaks Falcons back on the scoreboard with 5:31 to go in the second quarter, 33-0.
It's nice of Zach getting a touchdown tonight on senior night.
You want to get your seniors all the exposure you can tonight. And with 4 seconds on the play clock, snap comes back. Laughlin with the kick. It's high, it's long. Penalty flag flies. And with 5:31 to go in the second quarter, the Blair Oaks Falcons lead the Hallsville Indians by the score of a 34-0 on MidmostSportsOnline.com.
From Cassville against the Wildcats of Cassville. That is in the second quarter.
First and 10 for Hallsville, and they throw it quickly to the sidelines, and I believe the ball is caught.
The receiver made a leaping catch, but as soon as he caught it, he was driven back.
But it was insane. Third down. Turns, hands to Fowler. Fowler trying to jump outside. He's been wrapped up by Holden Brand and pushed back by the rest of the Falcons. Brand met him at the corner. Rackers, among others, gets over there to help out and push him back, and no gain on the play for Harrison Fowler. Hare moves Hall to the left side, empty backfield. Hare looks over that way and throws it, and there's Adam, and he has a blocker out in front. Adam is going to be driven out of bounds inside Hallsville territory at the 45-yard line. Give Adam Hall a gain of 10 yards on the play. On first and 10, Hare off play action, straight back to pass sets, wants to go deep, and he's got a man there, and it is caught for the touchdown! Touchdown, Falcons!
Joey Wilde?
Joey Wilde, a brilliant over-the-shoulder catch for the touchdown.
Holy mackerel. How far was that one?
That was 40 yards, 45 yards. That one was right on the money. Laughlin on for the extra point. Snap back, ball down. The kick is up. It's high, it's long, and it is good. 1:22 to go. Second quarter. Blair Oaks 41. Hallsville nothing on MidmostSportsOnline.com. We'll return to the Falcon Athletic Complex in Wardsville after this timeout for the Falcons. First down and 10. Matheny wants to throw, and he is being chased out of the pocket, and he runs up the field, and he is driven off his feet and lost the football, and who's got it? Nope, they say that the Falcons got it back. Jaxon Marshall comes away with the football, and the Falcons will get it back at the 42 of Hallsville with 27 seconds left to play in the quarter. So let's see what happens here. That's right.
Demonstrative indefinite.
And on first down, Hare wants to pass. Rolls back to his right and sets and throws. Near side has a man out in space, and it is Hall, and he's dragged out of bounds inside the 35 at the 34-yard line.
19 seconds left to go in the half.
Hare wants to throw.
Oh, he's got a man wide down the
middle of the field, and it is going to be a touchdown. Touchdown, Falcons. And once again, it's Zack Prenger into the end zone. He's having a big senior night, as is Dylan Hare, and that is a 34-yard touchdown pass. Another touchdown pass from Hare to Zack Prenger, the 5'10", 170-pound senior.
I'm sorry, you said 34 yards?
Yep. Laughlin on to attempt the extra point. Snap back, ball down. The kick is up, it's high, it's long, and it is good. 12 seconds left to play in the second quarter. Blair Oaks Falcons lead Hallsville by the score of 48-0. Matheny, the sophomore quarterback, with the last play of the first half, hands off to Harrison Fowler, and again he gets chopped down near the line of scrimmage, and again it's Brady Kerperin, and that will do it for the first half of play. All Blair Oaks on senior night here at the Falcon Athletic Complex. What a night it has been. The Blair Oaks Falcons leading the Hallsville Indians by the score of 48-0 on MidmoSportsOnline.com. Matheny, also a sophomore, takes the snap and hands the Fowler to the senior, trying to get outside, but makes one man miss, gets towards the sidelines, and the Falcon cut him down. Nice play over on the far side, as it looks like that might have been Nick Closser over there on the tackle for the Falcons. Xavier Stinson is now in at the running back position behind Matheny, as Matheny goes back to pass. He sets, he looks, and he finally gets rid of the ball, arching it down the middle of the field. It's intercepted. Zack Prenger, have yourself a night. Diving interception at the 29-yard line. For the senior with a couple of touchdown catches and now an interception on defense. Here in his senior season, and on first down. Now they hand off to Lackman, and Lackman, a great move on the outside, cuts it back down the middle of the field. He breaks more tackles, and he's inside Hallsville territory to the 47-yard line. He got to the corner and just stopped in his tracks and made a man go right past him, and then cut up the field for a big gain of 25 yards. Third down and 7. As we come up on the 7-minute mark to play in the third quarter, Falcons lead 48-0. Lackman in a wing to the right side this time. Tandem receivers to the right side. And they move the man in motion. That's Hall to the near side. Harris flings it out to Hall. Hall catches it backing up and then cuts down the field. And then he's going to be very close to the first down as he's knocked out of bounds. He does have the first down at the 35-yard line.
Be Nolan here's favorite target.
Yep, that's what they've worked out.
Yeah. So you got Hare to Hall on Friday and Saturdays.
Second down and 2, and Hare gives off, and it's Lackman. He's in the secondary. Great move to the 20, to the 15. Cuts back to the 10. Oh, have a night. Lackman, show it all, brother. Show it all.
They had to throw a lasso around him and ride him out of bounds because they weren't going to tackle him.
18 yards. The hard way.
They're going to get Dylan out as they normally would anyway.
Second down and goal. They pitch it wide right to Lackman. Lackman's going to cut deeper into the backfield, makes one man miss, and cuts towards the goal line and scored the touchdown. Touchdown Falcons. Hayden Lackman made a man miss in the backfield and cut down the sidelines and dove inside the pylon, and he goes in from 9 yards out for the touchdown. Nolan Laughlin. Snap back, ball down. The kick is up. It's high, it's long, and it is good. 4:20 to go, third quarter. Blair Oaks 55, Hallsville nothing on MidmoSportsOnline.com. We'll return to Falcon Athletic Complex after this timeout for Hallsville. Snap is back, and Fowler has a good running room up the middle. The Falcons get to him and get him down. He's going to get about 3 yards on the play as the Falcons stack him up in the middle of the field. As the Falcons have emptied the bench as we go on to the second string on defense now.
Yep.
And Matheny turns and hands to Fowler. Fowler trying to get to the outside, and the Falcons get him down. Nice job by the second string Falcons. Dylan Kliegel on the stop for the Falcons, and one of the first stringers still in there, Jace Rackers from the safety position, came over to make the tackle. 3 quarters in the books here at the Falcon Athletic Complex in Wardsville. The Blair Oaks Falcons 55, Hallsville nothing on MidmoSportsOnline.com. 4th down and 6 for Hallsville. As back to passes Matheny, he's under pressure again. He's being chased, and he gets rid of the football, and it falls incomplete. And the Falcons will get the ball back on downs. Good job by the second string for the Blair Oaks Falcons. Doing most of the chasing on that play was Justin Koetting, the 250-pound nose guard sophomore.
Close game for most of it.
And the handoff on first down. Here's Jett Quirouet. And Jett gets out across the 40 to the 41-yard line, give him a 6-yard gain. 47, and on first down, Tyler's going to keep it himself. Bax with a nice run inside the 50, down to the 45-yard line to the 44. And let me tell you something, a lot of people are saying, the end of the Hare dynasty is the end for the Blair Oaks Falcons. You don't be fooled.
Nope.
And they give off to Kliegel, and Kliegel gets stood up right in the middle of the field.
Might
He's
have
very
the
close to a first down, though.
I think if they spot it where it looks like they're going to spot it, I think he's got it.
Davis in motion. They toss it wide left to him. Let's see what Warren can do this time. As he makes one man miss, keeps his feet, and is driven down. 23 freshmen, a JV team with just one loss. Second string that's played a lot this year. And they say the 8th grade may be the best of the bunch. On first down, Matheny hands off, and Fowler tries to get to the outside, and he's cut down. Nice play. I think that's Nilges. Coming out of the backfield. On second down, back to pass. They throw it quickly to the near side, and a big hit made. Oh, my. What do they say? They say, did he hang on to the football? He did, but he'll be up lucky to hang on to his head after that one as Shay Linhardt unloads on Isaac Stinson. Last play of the game as we go 1 to 10 seconds. Matheny takes the snap, dances back, looks and throws, arches it to the end zone, and this ball is going to be knocked down by the Falcons, and that's it. The Blair Oaks Falcons are going to get the shutout. Falcons knocked it down in the end zone. Hallsville had a hand on it, but they could not come down with the football. 31 on the attempt. Landon Cedars had it for just a second, but the Falcons knock it out, and that will do it for the ball game. The Blair Oaks Falcons, number 1 ranked team in Class 2, go to 8-0 with a 55-0 victory over the Hallsville Indians. Midmo Sports Online continuing coverage of high school football. We'll continue after this timeout from Wardsville and the Falcon Athletic Complex.
Your support of high school athletics.